Yo, it's been a while, but I am back for a little bit to kind of talk about what's been going on the past couple months. I believe it's been almost 3 months. And yeah, just basically we're going to talk about what I've been doing, what I've been planning, and what we can expect for the future of 2026. Pretty much ever since I dropped that last video, basically going over the channel and then dropping a short, kind of announcing that I was making an animated series, I kind of was just gone for a bit. I've been gone, like I said, for almost 3 months at this point. We're getting close to, and I kind of just want to explain and kind of make a little bit of explanation as to why I've been gone for so long. Pretty much, for the most part, it's been really just a lot of IRL things dealing with. Obviously, just working a job, attending college and stuff like that, as well as just doing personal things with friends and stuff. It takes up a lot of time. You do want to find a way to balance everything, and stacking a YouTube channel on top of that, plus with all the projects that I'm trying to work on personally throughout the year, it does add up, and it makes it a little bit tougher to basically balance everything. One of the things that I'm personally not very great at is trying to balance everything in a equal fashion, so sort of, I guess, in some way. Basically saying how I just want to allot time to specific things, but make it so it's like it's equal, and so I'm not neglecting one thing. I find that I can't really do that, and most of the time I try to focus too much on one thing, and then I neglect the other thing for too long, and I'm trying to flip flop, and it doesn't really work out very well. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is, and I'm probably just gonna live with that for the rest of my life. It just is what it is. So as for stuff that is going to be coming in the future, there are a couple things that I'm working on, and I'm trying to, build out a little bit as the couple months have been going by. Now, I guess we could kind of split it up into three main things, and then maybe some smaller projects on the side, but one of them obviously being the animation. Pretty much, the animation was going to be a pretty big project for me throughout the whole year, and probably throughout next year as well, but there's probably going to be a little bit of changes with that. Not that I'm canceling it. It's not canceled, and it's not even going to be it's not even going to be postponed. I'm probably going to be actively working on it within the next couple weeks, I bet. But I will say I have not made really much progress since that initial short, a couple months back, simply because of all of the IRL things I've been having to do. Now, I have done a little bit of progress. I've done a couple more concept art here and there. And I've done some sketches and some story. I have some story ideas that I'm working on for the whole story, because it's not going to be a super long animation, but I'm hoping for it to be a 3-part series, and a series that hopefully by the time I'm finished with is decent enough quality that I can say that I'm proud of, right? Now, one of the challenges with that is obviously being animating itself. Animation it takes a long time, and it's not something that I've done in a very long time. So getting back into it, and then working through a new program, that being I'm using Clip Studio, but a new program doing it through, that is a challenge, right? And it's something that I gotta learn and kind of go through it all over again. So that is definitely something that is going to take up time, and probably makes this process a little bit longer than it should be for most people. Now, as for a time frame of the animation, well, first of all, we would have to discuss the framing of the animation itself. We were originally planning for it to be a 3-part series that is going to span basically across around the middle of this year to probably sometime in the beginning to mid of next year. And it would be a 3-part series. We do a basically beginning, middle, and end. It's a pretty simple structure, but I thought it would work. Each episode being around maybe 10 minutes in length, which I thought would actually be a pretty doable thing. Now, because I haven't done much progress in the last 2 months or 3 months, we're probably gonna have to postpone some of the dates. Our original date that we were originally going to try and get this animation, the first part of this animation done, was going to be around June of this year. And because I kind of spent around a month and a half of this year so far not really making much progress, I don't think it's probably going to end up coming out in June. maybe July though. It might get pushed back a month, assuming I'm starting progress on it after this video and onwards. But I'm hoping that I do, and everything should work out there, and hopefully we can, you know, progress with that, which is going to be great because I feel like it's going to be a very fun process. Now the next two things are something that's kind of completely new for me, but one of them is well, I guess both of them in a sense they're both game projects actually. One of them is a role I'm taking as a art director, kind of basically. I guess you could say I'm an art director. We're working on a fan game for Sonic, obviously one of my favorite series. So we're working on a little fan game for for Sonic. Hopefully, having a demo for that released around Sage 2026, which I'm assuming is going to be in around September or so. That's usually when they do them. The last couple of years it's been around that time. So we're hoping to have a demo out by then, which I think will be really fun. It's going to be a pretty cool twist on some of the Sonic mechanics, and we're adding some stuff. We're adding some original characters. It should be fun. I'll drop details on that as time goes on with development and such, but I'm going to be leading kind of an art role there, working on sprites and concept art, environmental art, and stuff like that. So that is going to be something fun that I'm hoping I get to share some stuff about that soon. The next project that I'm doing, and the last project, big project that I'm working on, is really just a personal game project myself. I'm going to actually be tackling game development myself, which is something that I'm learning for the first time as well, which is very fun and very cool to go through. Now, like I said, as I am learning this for the first time, it's definitely going to be a challenge, and it's definitely going to take a lot of time, but I'm working on just dropping some mini projects, which I'm probably going to end up uploading some devlogs and stuff like that about some mini projects that I drop, just, you know, get my feet in the water, just to, you know, test some things, you know, see how I stand and see if I enjoy this process enough to make a fully fleshed out game that I can call my own and maybe publish on Steam, which would be great. Now, I do have some footage, I guess I could put on the screen. I have some footage of a little bit of testing I've done, so like some movement stuff. It's been updated since the video, but it's a kind of a look into what I've been doing the last couple days for me. It's only been like around 4 days or so, but I'm going to try and make something a little bit bigger. That's probably going to be for my personal project, my bigger project, but I'm going to be soon working on some smaller projects and trying to, you know, just make some stuff, because I think that's how you get better. I think you just kind of go with it. Just start, do something. If it's bad, you learn from your mistakes, you keep on growing, and then eventually you'll have something that you really think you low-key cooked with. So that's the goal, to make something that is kind of crazy and something that people will enjoy, which is hopefully gonna happen around sometime this year. I don't expect my own solo game to be dropping anytime this year, by the way, but hopefully I can drop some smaller projects. So and I'll probably put them on the channel so you guys can see them. And then lastly is kind of just smaller projects that I might be working on. These are kind of maybes, they're not really big things yet, but one of the projects I'm thinking of working on is actually some basically fan-made cards for the game Dokkan Battle. So if you guys don't know of Dokkan Battle, it's a Dragon Ball Z gacha game, and that game is a game that I play a lot, and I'm hoping to maybe do some fan-made Dokkan cards. I have done some in the past, but it's been a couple years and I kind of want to do more. And with me learning animation, I'm hoping that I can actually maybe do some animations for the game. And we'll see about getting them on private servers and stuff so people can actually play with them. But at first I kind of just want to, you know, do something. It's a game I love, and it's honestly a really fun process, and I think it would be a really cool like side project that I kind of have on the side. So it's like, oh, you know, I want to take a break from one of my bigger things. I can move on to that and just kind of like chill with that. So yeah, and then that's pretty much it. That's where I've been, and that's where we're heading towards the end of 2026. Starting from here, expect a lot more videos for sure. I'm not gonna leave y'all in the dust like I did for a couple months. I will definitely be dropping things in the next couple months, probably in the next weeks or days. I'll drop something related to game dev at least, and then if I have any progress or major progress with the animation, I'll definitely record some videos, at least a short or something to get out so you guys can see that. But yeah, that's pretty much me. If you guys are excited for what could possibly be coming in 2026, why don't you guys leave a like, maybe subscribe if you guys even are interested in what we could be doing here and you're interested in the type of content I'm doing. So yeah, that's pretty much me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.